episode of Miss Kitty's Garage. I am out at Beargrass Trail with the owner, Brian Armour.
Hi there.
And he's going to show us a little bit about this beautiful place.
Yep, so we are doing the Sheriff JeepFest 2025, and we've got Jeeps running all over the place. That's all the dust right now. But so we're here at Talking Rock, and this over here is the Talking Rock. We're really honored to have the urban legend down here in front of the rock today. And so we've got a 197-acre property here, and we're doing some trails, and we're going to do a fall festival. We're going to do some pumpkin patch and hay rides and corn maze, and have some games for the kids and all that stuff starting September 13th through November 2nd on the weekends. And we'll do field trips on Thursdays by appointment. So
that's great.
Yeah, so it's kind of what we're doing here with the property, kind of open this up so people can see it. It's just so beautiful. We've got 2.5 miles of creek frontage here, and you see the creek is just beautiful. The kids are enjoying it. We really like to share with the community where we can.
You want to tell them a little bit about the rock over here?
So
this is like something new to me.
So the Talking Rock, this is the Talking Rock. Urban legend is that the Indians back in the early 1800s would hold council on these grounds, and they would have their teepees set up. There'd be up to 3,000 teepees set up down here, and the Indian chief would stand on the rock and address the nation. And so he would stand on the rock and talk, so they call it Talking Rock. And that's where the name Talking Rock came from. And the actual town of Talking Rock used to be just about 3 miles down the creek here. But Sherman burned on his way to Atlanta back in the Civil War days. So when they did that, then they moved the town of Talking Rock over where the train station is at now. So that's kind of a brief history of what we got going on here on this property.
And there's a mill on the property too.
Yes, actually, so we have a creek crossing as part of our trail system. And so that's the Warlick Mill. And so Benjamin Franklin Warlick in the 1892 range owned the property. And the deeds started showing up Warlick Mill Road, and so we found where there's a rock wall going out into the creek, and the dam we think was busted sometime probably in the 1830s or 1930s in the Whitestone flood. And then you can see stacked rock on the wall where the mill house stood too. So
we saw that when we came in.
Yeah. So at the creek crossing, it's got some neat history there. So that was back circa 1900 when that mill was in effect, and Benjamin Franklin Warlick was actually the town blacksmith for Talking Rock.
Wow.
So we assume he must have had a blacksmith shop there at the mill.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly thank you for letting us come out and take a look at this beautiful place. And the history here is incredible. And we thank you for sharing that with the community for sure.
Well, I'm glad you came.
We certainly appreciate it. We're going to be back, and we're going to be showing all of our viewers this gorgeous place and all of the places that they can come and ride out here on the times that you're open.
Okay.
And it's September
13th through November 2nd, we'll be doing the fall festivals. And
we're going to be back out here to see you.
Okay, and we'll be doing some events throughout the year, so just look at the Beargrass Property Group page if you're so inclined to keep up with us.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I joined that page, so I'm going to be watching that regularly.
All right, good.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Hey.